At the 2023 World Baseball Tournament, the World Baseball Classic, Japanese pitcher Roki Sasaki, who started against the Czech Republic, hit a batter with a missed pitch. Sasaki then took off his cap and apologized. 2 days later, Sasaki visited the hotel where the batter was staying with sweets and apologized again. In Japan, his apology by visiting the hotel made the news as a heartwarming story. Japanese pitchers usually show a gesture of apology when hitting the ball at the batter. In American and World Baseball, pitchers don't apologize in cases like this. In this WC Japan-Korea match, a Korean pitcher hit a Japanese batter, but did not show any gesture of apology. He may have just followed the norm of baseball around the world. But in Japan, such an attitude is seen as very rude, arrogant, and lacking in humanity. In Japan, it is generally considered very important to admit your fault and apologize when you have harmed someone by mistake or done something wrong. And once you have made a firm apology, you will be often forgiven. Japanese people often say, "Let the water carry it away," meaning forgive and forget. I hear that in America and Europe, even if a car accident occurs, the driver does not apologize on the spot. One of the reasons seems to be that apology means admitting your responsibility, and that will put you at a disadvantage. This is one of the points that Japanese people should pay attention to when they go abroad. Even if you caused a mistake, failure, or accident due to your own fault, you are warned not to apologize immediately in foreign countries. By the way, in Japan, even if your fault is relatively low, it is customary to apologize when the other person's injury is more serious. On the contrary, there are many cases in which it becomes difficult to resolve disputes through discussion because the perpetrator does not apologize. It is usually not possible for a court case to be immediately disadvantaged just because of a very ordinary verbal apology. Apologies are seen as important acts of sincerity in interpersonal relationships. Apologize sincerely if you are at fault. Doing so with each other keeps the relationship in harmony. In Japan, an apology is an expression of the spirit of mutual respect. And therefore, when a pitcher hits a batter in baseball, showing a gesture of apology is regarded as a natural act of sincerity as a human being. A journalist who has visited many countries around the world made an interesting discovery. According to his experiences, the more tragic experiences of being trampled on by different races, the less likely they are to admit their faults. In a tense relationship with a different ethnic group, admitting one's fault could lead to immediate loss of one's life. On the continent, there was more or less such harsh interracial contact. That's why the culture was born that you shouldn't apologize easily. On the other hand, Japan, being an island country, has fortunately experienced almost no invasion, domination, or massacre by foreigners. The Japanese have built their history and culture with people who share a common culture and language. In such a society, It is important to maintain a long-term trusting relationship. A straightforward acknowledgement and apology are far more important in a long-term relationship than a temporary excuse. In the modern world, it seems that building relationships based on such long-term trust is what is required.